We've heard from members across the country, from Truro and Falmouth to Glasgow Central. Just to pick out a couple, the member for Sheffield South East, as always, spoke with great authority about the need for real revenue funding and for a substantial change in the private rented sector. The member for Thirst and Moulton, absolutely right that we should look at locked-in discounts for first-time buyers. He'll be pleased to hear this is indeed a Labour policy, and if he votes Labour at the next election, his idea may well come to fruition. My friend, the honourable member for Kingston upon Hull West and Hessel, I can't read my own writing, talked about the need to tackle climate change through housing and the role of modular housing and how important that is. Mr Deputy Speaker, this government is not just failing to address the housing crisis, this government is actively making it worse. Now, I don't know whether it's incompetence, mismanagement, complacency or deliberate policy, but this government is wilfully exacerbating the housing crisis. Whether it's homelessness, private renting, leasehold, home ownership or fire safety, the story is always the same. Things are getting worse, not better. The problems can be traced to bad government policies. Labour in government managed to successfully tackle these issues, and as a government in waiting, Labour is the party with the answers to solve these problems. Things are getting worse, not better. Rough sleeping has doubled, and we heard from my friend, the honourable member for Birmingham Hodge Hill, talk about rough sleeping going up by 333% and people dying once a fortnight. Only 6,500 homes for social rent built last year. And home ownership, which is supposed to be the thing that the party opposite cares about, has young people not able, a million nearly young people, not able to access home ownership. My friend, the honourable member for Washington and Sunderland, was absolutely right to talk about the overwhelming sense of injustice felt by leaseholders, and my friend, the member for Dulwich and West Norwood, so eloquently talking about the plight of permitted development, something that this government wants to increase. The problem can be traced right back to the government. Ministers have stretched the term affordable housing to breaking point, to include homes let up to 80% of market rents. We are building the wrong homes, as my friend, the member for York Central, said. The government has repeatedly ignored fire safety advice that sprinklers are essential, and has ignored advice from the Lakanal House and the Grenfell Tower fires, and refused to intervene in private blocks with ACM cladding. And we have 40,000 people still trapped in deadly buildings. We've lost over 170,000 affordable council homes through poorly designed policies. Labour in government managed to successfully tackle these issues, and as a government in waiting, Labour is the party with the answers to solve these problems and the ability to deliver the change we need. Mr Deputy Speaker, it is the government's job to solve the housing crisis, and it is the government's shame that it has failed. This country has a right to expect better, which it will get under a Labour government.
Minister Heather Wheeler.